Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fort Knox, Kentucky. I am Major Michael Britz, your narrator for today's graduation ceremony. At this time, we'd like to welcome all general officers, senior officers, command sergeant majors, and distinguished guests. On behalf of Major General Antonio Manera and Command Sergeant Major Roy Young, thank you for your attendance today. Today's ceremony honors cadets from colleges and universities across the nation and celebrates the successful completion of basic camp. The graduating unit today is the 2nd Regiment of Basic Camp, the General Henry Hugh Shelton Regiment. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Cadet Kyle Dunn from Norwich University. The color guard is comprised of cadets selected from the regiment. They are led by Drill Sergeant Cody Ramberger from 1st Battalion, 398th Regiment. Also participating in today's ceremony is the 78th Army Band from Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst, New Jersey, commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 4 Luis Santiago and led by Drum Major Staff Sergeant Andrew Letter. To your far left, you'll see the salute battery, provided by Bravo Battery 1-5 Field Artillery, 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team, 1st Infantry Division from Fort Riley, Kansas, and led by 1st Lieutenant Joshua Triplett and Staff Sergeant Tremaine Quincy. This ceremony marks the culmination of 31 days of rigorous and intensive training for these young men and women. For them, basic camp served as a test of their leadership abilities and potential to be an officer. They have emerged from this challenge confident in their ability to assume the tremendous responsibilities of being an Army officer. The cadets of the 2nd Regiment are formed in front of you. Each regiment has had the honor of having bestowed upon it a namesake. This namesake, in honor of a general officer whose values and accomplishments represent the best the Army has to offer. 2nd Regiment has had the distinct privilege of honoring the General Henry Hugh Shelton. Henry Hugh Shelton graduated from North Carolina State University in 1963 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Textile Engineering and was commissioned as a 2nd Lieutenant in the Infantry Branch. Shelton served 2 tours of duty in Vietnam with the 5th Special Forces Group and with the 173rd Airborne Brigade, followed by a series of command and staff assignments. Following the Gulf War, Shelton commanded the 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg in his home state of North Carolina. In 1993, he was given command of the 18th Airborne Corps, and Shelton led the Joint Task Force responsible for Operation Uphold Democracy in Haiti in 1994. In 1996, Shelton, a Special Forces soldier, was promoted to the rank of general and the position of Commander-in-Chief of the United States Special Operations Command, SOCOM. He was the first graduate of the United States Army Special Forces program to command United States Special Operations Command. General Shelton's final assignment was Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 1997 to 2001, where he oversaw the planning of the Kosovo War and the initial invasion into Afghanistan. In honor of their completion of basic camp, the cadets from the General Henry Hugh Shelton Regiment will be receiving a 3-gun salute in the form of a cadet cannonade. In a moment, the commander of troops will bring the units to attention. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Lieutenant General Donna W. Martin, the 67th Inspector General of the United States Army. She is accompanied by the host and the Regimental Tactical Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Peer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the rendering of honors to the reviewing officer and the invocation offered by Chaplain Candidate First Lieutenant Elam Ansabadeh. We ask that military personnel in uniform render a hand salute until the completion of honors.
colors are now being brought forward by the commander of troops.
The flags present for today's ceremony are the national colors, the Army field flag, and the cadet command colors. And now an invocation offered by Chaplain Candidate First Lieutenant Elam Atzavade.
I invite you to pray with me. Almighty God, I thank you for calling these young men and women to be part of the U.S. Army, to be the leaders of tomorrow. I thank you for their prayers for each other that helped them to make it to today's graduation ceremony. Lord, I appreciate you for keeping the second basic camp leadership, the cadres, safe and healthy. I pray that you will help these cadets to complete their journey toward commission by reminding them that with prayer and love, they will overcome any obstacles that come on their way. As they live here, let your presence be with them. Grant them a safe journey back home and bless their family. It is in your holy name that I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Sir, the colors are present. Present the command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing during the firing of the cadet cannonade. We ask that military personnel in uniform maintain their hand salute until the completion of the cadet cannonade. The United States Army ROTC Cadet Cannonade salutes the three pillars of our service to the nation. Duty. Obedience and disciplined performance despite difficulty or danger. Duty requires self-responsibility and selfless devotion. Honor. Encompassing integrity and dedication. Honor is the thread which holds together the fabric of our Army. Country. For which men and women have given their lives. Our country shines as a light of freedom and dignity to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The Cadet Creed was adopted to instill in Army cadets the values that are critical for successful performance. Cadet Carl Witherell from Texas A&M University will now recite the Cadet Creed.
I am an Army cadet. Soon I will take an oath to become an Army officer, committed to defending the values which make this nation great. Honor is my touchstone. I understand mission first and people always. I am the past, the spirit of those warriors who have made the final sacrifice. I am the present, the scholar and apprentice soldier, enhancing my skills in the science of warfare and the art of leadership. But above all, I am the future warrior leader of the United States Army. May God give me the compassion and judgment to lead and the gallantry in battle to win. I will do my duty. Leadership excellence, sir.
Train to lead.
The greater community of Fort Knox and our national and local service organizations are here to show their support to our future Army leaders. These cadets have demonstrated superior character and service throughout training and will be recognized for their efforts today. We kindly ask family and friends to remain seated during the awards presentation. The awardees will be brought forward immediately following the ceremony for pictures. The Military Order of the Purple Heart Badge of Merit is presented by Commander Alonzo Aaron to the cadet who shows the most improvement in the development of character and accountability and must meet all stated basic camp standards. This award is presented to Cadet Troy Bannister from Florida State University. The Military Order of the World Wars Award is presented by Colonel Retired Dale Stewart to the cadet who best demonstrates the ability to evaluate, analyze, apply, and understand experiences and capabilities to solve tactical problem sets. This award is presented to Cadet William Breen from Benedictine College. The Military Officers Association of America Awards presented by Colonel Retired Dale Stewart to the cadet that has demonstrated superior dedication to duty and established a positive command presence by accepting accountability for self and assigned unit through employment of team members while applying the fundamentals of leadership. This award is presented to Cadet Maya James Daniels from Florida A&M University. The Association of the United States Army Warrior Ethos Award is presented by Major General Retired Troy Koch to the cadet achieving the highest marksmanship scores. The award is presented to Cadet Jordan Smith from the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. The First Command Financial Services Award is presented by Colonel Retired David A. Strauss to the cadet who best demonstrates the leadership traits necessary to encourage teamwork, improve unit cohesion, and reinforce mission accomplishment. This award is presented to Cadet Rachel O. from Santa Clara University. The Armed Forces Bank Performance Award is presented to the cadet that best demonstrates respect for other cultures and people by effectively utilizing the training scenarios to demonstrate a mastery of cross-cultural competencies as they relate to a complex environment. This award is presented to Cadet John Powers from Tarleton State University. The Reserve Organization of America Award is presented by Major Shane Snelling to the cadet that embodies the characteristics of a comprehensive soldier by demonstrating resilience, the lifelong pursuit of enhanced performance to cope with adversity in stressful situations and thrive in life. This award is presented to Cadet Delilah Kitsakos from the New Mexico Military Institute. The Society of American Military Engineers Award is presented by Vice President April Vance to the cadet who best possesses observably improved problem-solving skill and enrolled in an engineering curriculum. This award is presented to Cadet Louise Bonamon from the Citadel. The Bold Leader Spirit Award is presented by Sergeant Major Retired Robert Moore to the cadet who best demonstrates appropriate motivational techniques, inspirational leadership, and the spirit of a leader. This award is presented to Cadet Roshan Roan from the University of Vermont. The USAA Warrior Spirit Award is presented by Sergeant Major Retired Richard Villa to the cadet that best demonstrated the personal actions necessary to represent the Army profession, ethics, and officership while best exemplifying the warrior spirit. This award is presented to Cadet Jacob Staggs from the University of Texas at El Paso. The American Legion Commander's Award is presented by Commander Robbie Robinson, Commander of Hardin Post 113, to the cadet who best demonstrates the characteristics essential in the disciplined practices of our duty and reflected in our time-honored customs, courtesies, and traditions. This award is presented to Cadet Jillian Easley from Idaho State University. The Magellan Federal High Performer Award is presented by Performance Center Manager Mr. Jesse Ferguson to the male and female cadet who achieved the overall highest score on the Army Combat Fitness Test. This award is presented to Cadet Austin Polson from the University of Utah and Cadet Jessica Stanfield from the University of Denver. The National Guard Association of the United States Award is presented by Captain Robert Cottingham, the top Army National Guard cadet in each regiment. As determined by Regimental Cadre Board, this award is presented to Cadet Hunter Hill from Jacksonville State University. The United States Army Reserve Truman Citizen Soldier Award is presented by Brigadier General Daniel H. Herskowitz, Deputy Commanding General, 99th Readiness Division, to the Army Reserve cadet in each regiment that has distinguished themselves amongst their peers as a top performer and exemplifies outstanding leadership qualities. This award is presented to Cadet Cassandra Salinas from Texas State University, San Marcos. At the completion of the ceremony, today's awardees will return to the field for individual congratulations and photo opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving our awardees a final round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the guest speaker for today's ceremony, Lieutenant General Donna W. Martin, the 67th Inspector General of the United States Army.
Well, good morning, everyone. Okay, let's try it again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Great. Okay, first cadets out on the field, rest. That means drop your arms, rest. I promise you if a 3-star says it, you can do it. Okay? Just want you to relax for a moment. This won't be long, but I want you all to be there at the end too, okay? So today is a great day, and I want to first start by thanking the chaplain for this wonderful weather, right? Let's give the chaplain a hand. So it's an honor to be here today with you as you celebrate your graduation from basic camp. I'd like to first take a moment to thank those veterans present with us today. We honor your strength, sacrifice, and commitment to this great nation. I ask that you continue to tell your Army story and show young men and women how the Army can provide them with an opportunity to be all you can be. Please join me in a round of applause for our veterans. To the cadets, I'll be brief, because I know I'm the last person standing between you and a reunion with your families. Over the past 31 days, you've learned the foundational skills necessary to be a great Army leader and soldier. You've rappelled towers, trudged through obstacle courses, learned how to read a map and compass, because Waves and Googles are not used in the Army. You've spent hours in the field growing closer with your platoon and learning how to function and fight as a team. And most importantly, you've learned the importance of always leading by example and living by the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. As future leaders, you must understand that you cannot lead young soldiers without first showing them that you care and respect where they are in our Army, in their own Army journey. So lead by example daily. Stay engaged. Show your soldiers that you care. You are entering the Army at an exciting time. The Army of today is one that mirrors the diversity and inclusion that makes this nation great. For it is this diversity and our commitment to inclusion that has strengthened the Army's resiliency and ability to stay ready to fight and win our nation's wars. I want to share a couple of things with you that I believe with all my heart will help you leap over seemingly insurmountable obstacles. A couple of very simple lessons that are my go-to. First, there will be a point in the near future where you are going to fail. It is inevitable. As members who are new to our profession, failure is simply a period of time and does not define you. It will be your perseverance and your tenacity that people will remember. I want you to remember that you will fall down. Everyone does. It only matters that you get back up. Second, one of the greatest lessons I've learned during my 35 years of service, an idea we should all remind ourselves in times like this. It's not about you. I've learned that you're going to be happiest, in my humble opinion, when you practice simple acts of selflessness. Be proud of your accomplishments in as much as they are the reasons that you can take a look around and say that you left things a little better than you found them. And finally, the world is full of heroes, ordinary individuals who did extraordinary things. Each of us, in and out of uniform, may be called upon to make a difference. And if this world is going to be better, it is going to be up to you. With everything suddenly feeling like it's up for grabs, this will be your turn to seize the initiative. Nobody can tell you anymore that you should be waiting your turn. Nobody can tell you anymore that this is how it's always been. And this is how it's always been done. More than ever, this is your time, your generation's world to shape. You've got role models. You've got examples. No generation has been better positioned to be great warriors for justice and change. I've seen firsthand the power of a movement led by and for the next generation. You are that generation. Take the torch and leave your mark. Put your stake in the ground and build the future that you want and that you can believe in. Congratulations again, and may God continue to bless you, your families, and this great nation. Thank you.
At this time, the Cadet Regiment will perform the ceremonial pass in review. Please remember to stand and render honors to the nation as the colors pass. At the rear of each company formation is the regimental cadre that provided enduring support and led these cadets to succeed at cadet summer training. Please give them a round of applause. Now passing the reviewing stand is the 78th Army Band, commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 4 Luis Santiago and led by Drum Major Staff Sergeant Andrew Letter. Now passing the reviewing stand is the Commander of Troops for today's graduation, Cadet Kyle Dunn from Norwich University. Now passing the reviewing stand is Alpha Company, led by Cadet Lori Enders from Penn State. Now passing the reviewing stand is the Color Guard, led by Drill Sergeant Cody Ramberger from 1st Battalion, 398th Regiment. Now passing the reviewing stand is Bravo Company, led by Cadet Matthew Beza from the University of Texas at El Paso. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army song. The words can be found in your program. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes... My apologies.
Sir, this concludes the ceremony. Leadership excellence, sir.
Train to lead.
Thank you, Cadet Dunn. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 2nd Regiment Basic Camp Training 2023 graduation ceremony. As a reminder, this ceremony can be viewed at the Army ROTC YouTube channel. Photos from today's ceremony can be viewed at flickr.com/Army ROTC. Families and friends, please allow a few moments for your cadets to prepare for their departure before joining them at the tents to the right side of the field. Each cadet has different instructions depending on their next mission. If you have any questions after speaking with your cadet, feel free to ask any of the cadre members for clarification. For your enjoyment while you wait, we have a small reception set up to the rear of the reviewing stand. Thank you for attending. Leadership Excellence.
Are they going to bring the cadets back out here from Wardies?
Yes.
Right now, they're all bumble fucked back here. Hey, sir, they need to come back here.